Hi everyone, this is Colin and I'm sitting here with Alek. We are from the Platformly team
Hi.
and today we're going to show you our advanced automation builder, which allows you to do very cool advanced automations using our drag and drop technology. So Alek, who's our CTO, he's going to be demoing it and I'm going to be talking with him about it as we go. So Alek, if you can start sharing the screen.
Okay, let's start quickly. I'm going to share my screen. And here we're at the new interface on our automations builder. So once you launch an advanced automations builder, you're going to see this screen and everything starts with a trigger, as you know. By clicking on the trigger, you're able to select different cases how to start your automations. We have a lot of options here, starting from a simple ones like segment and tag setting removals, up to e-commerce stuff from WooCommerce. You can connect also your payment processors like ClickBank, PayPal, Paydel, or Stripe. And you can do triggers based on the purchases, the cancellations, refunds. So we cover basically payment triggering. And also we go even further. So for further to advanced options like opening emails a few times, date ranges, birthday, etc. So you will be able to see here all the options and choose specific ones. Once you choose an option,
if we say event fired.
Okay, let's try event fired, for example. Then a new box, a new option comes, and when you click, you're able to choose the specific event that fired. Let's choose.
Events are loaded from your events page, and it's for all your projects. So they all come together, and then you can just start typing and selecting the one that you want. So you can start typing the event action or whatever it is, and then you'll select the one that you want.
Let's say, for example, a download. Have downloaded WordPress plugin. You can add multiple, only one or multiple, and they can trigger based on multiple triggers. So let's say, for example, once you close, the trigger has been finished and added. By clicking the edit button here, you're able to again edit the current triggers or add new based on the requirements. As you know, you can drag and drop around all the elements. And by clicking plus, a new window opens where you're able to add more elements. We divide them in 4 categories, as you can see. Popular, so those are the most used. So you'll be able to see here like send email to contact, to segment, a specific fork if you want to divide based on specific conditions. Then we have the actions.
Yes or no split.
Yeah. Then we have the actions here, also a lot of options from your account, so related to your CRM, related to your tracking links, related to your emails, marketing automation campaigns, etc. And we also cover the integrations, so you can ping a URL, send SMS message using Twilio or Nexmo, deadline funnel, LOP, and now we're gonna add more inside. We're already working on those. What's also powerful here are the stops. So we have covered options from period delay, for example. Then we have date delay, wait forever. If you want to stop your contacts here, you can choose specific day of week, or you can choose specific date relative to a CRM field that you can create. It can be a custom field, or it can be a birthday of a contact and other fields like, let's say, less updated on the contact.
Yeah, so the other good thing about it is what you can do is, open it up.
Yep.
It immediately starts, as you can see next to the skip at the bottom, there's the cursor is ticking, so you can immediately start typing something. So in this case, send email. Okay, and then you select the top one there, send an email to a contact. And then you would click where it says please set valid option, and you choose which email. Once again, when you select the drop down, you can start typing it. So if you know what it is, you can type it there. You can just choose the email, and then you'll close that window. And then you can pull out the next plus and add, for example, a wait period.
You can
So
choose the
that comes
period
up
delay,
with
for example, yeah.
period delay, and then you'll choose how long you want it for. So you might say 3 days, for example. Okay, and then yeah, you can reposition it. And then if we want to continue the fork downwards from the period delay, you just hover under there and then it comes. And then let's say we want to send another email.
Sorry, I'm gonna just, it's in popular, send email, for example, another. From the webinar, we can choose email 3.
And then we might want to do a small period delay again.
So just give me a moment here. And for this case, we can, for example, choose, let's say, relative to a field, or maybe day delay. Okay, wait until specific time in future, like 10th of July, 7 p.m. And you can also choose the time zone. It can be your default account time zone, which shows in our current is Europe, London, or you can choose in the context time zone. So if you choose the contacts, it will come at 10th of July, for example, at 7 p.m. in context time zones, no matter from where he is. So we do send this if the contact has a time zone within his CRM. Otherwise, it uses automatically the account one.
Okay, and then what we might want to do there is then we might want to do a fork, I suppose.
Yeah, so the forks are quite powerful. You can do forks and with yes and no, and you're able to add one or multiple conditions. And of course, we have also lots of options here connected to your CRM, your marketing automation, your products. So you can say if contacts is subscribed to a specific product, for example, then you can stop those, then you can move it further.
In this
So
case,
let's
do if they opened the SERPed Evergreen webinar email one.
Okay, so
open email.
Email. So click open an email, webinar 1, for example. And you can choose, for example, multiple options and or. So you create the calculation and the phrase that is going, how to say, the formula that is going to proceed further to yes or no, and you can use also or and combined.
Basically, you have infinite possibilities with that. Okay, so if we do this one and we close that, that's now set. So as we can see, we sent that in email 1. So if they don't open it, we could always send them back to email 1 again.
Yep, so if we go here, for example, and if we don't want to execute another action, we just can click skip and point to the actual element where we want to get it back. So in this case, it will be here. So send him again the email.
So then they'll hop around back again, and then they'll go through that process again. So in this fork here, actually, if we click on the fork again, and then we say that, you see we sent them another email, so click add. And then we say, okay, so didn't open SERPed Evergreen email 3.
Let's go, webinar 3.
Yeah, okay. And maybe if we change it to and instead of or.
If you didn't open them, both of them.
Then what's going to happen is they're going to go back to the start and they're going to receive those 2 emails again in the date period. And if they did open it, then let's send them an SMS.
So in this case, we can choose from our integrations and send an SMS. We can here come and choose the specific SMS that we have created in our system. When you create an SMS, as you know, you choose your sender profile, which is basically the number that you're sending from. So this is using from there directly. If you're using Twilio or Nexmo, it's going to use that service and that number to send the SMS.
Okay, and then let's just stop the automation, because I think that probably gives a pretty good example. Or is there 1 or 2 more nodes that you want to add to this?
Well, regarding that, we have the options are a lot in the actions and in the popular, so
yeah,
we can leave to the user to choose around. You can also, for example, start a new automation or stop a different automation if something happens.
and if you're doing contact scoring, which you should be, you can adjust contact score depending on these actions as well.
Yes, adjust contact score. You can come here and you can say, okay, give it like 5, because We send them SMS, they open the emails and adjust them the score.
So we're making them a more valuable contact to us.
Yep, and we can stop the automation.
The other thing that you can do instead of stopping the automation is you do have the option to say wait forever if you want to keep them in that automation.
Yeah, from the left we can choose, for example, here. So let me see, because this is an action, we can come again here, stops, wait forever, this. And in this case, the user will stop here and wait forever until you, for example, create new elements, remove this one, and push them down the road.
Yeah, so basically keeping them at that step until you want to come and extend more if you choose to do that. So now if we want to save this automation, we have to give it a name.
Yeah, let's try test automation.
And then you choose a category.
You can choose here based on the products, on the projects. So we're gonna go with platformly, for example. Then we have,
let's explore the settings.
Yeah, so here we have the automation settings, which you can click here and they can come, or even if you click save, they will come automatically. Where you can choose is two options: allow contacts to re-enter this automation. So it's basically a loop. If they come inside, they finish, and if again they do a specific trigger, they come in the system again. This is useful, for example, let's say in abandoned carts. They finished one abandoned cart series, but then after 2-3 days, they again triggered abandoned cart. You want them again in the automation. So that's like an option, an example. Then this is, for example, if you want existing contacts to enter in the automation, which means all the contacts, once you save and publish the automation, the system will get all the contacts that have triggered the download event, in our case, and gonna put them through the automation. This is useful if you want to trigger existing contacts for the actual follow-up.
You probably wouldn't want contacts re-entering unless there are specific cases, as Alek mentioned. And also you might want to have it run on all your existing contacts if this is like a campaign. So let's just tick the second option on. Okay, and when you see it go green, that means it's on. And then here's where you select like the global condition, which is basically the stop condition. This is what's gonna pull them out at any step. Is that correct, Alek?
Yeah, so this is the global condition, and it does basically, okay, if the purpose of this follow-up is to buy a product, let's say. So we can say here we can choose the subscribe to product. Then we can choose the payment processor. Let's say, for example, from SERPed, let's say from WooCommerce, it doesn't matter. You can choose any product. In our case, we don't have products here, but if you choose a payment processor that has products, it will show you a list where you can choose from the products. Or you can say any.
Account, so.
Yeah, and then once this triggers, the user will be stopped on that element. So let's say, for example, if he's here on the period delay and he subscribes to the product, then he stops. He doesn't receive all the the other emails after that.
So if you're doing a SaaS, maybe if they upgrade from trial to taking active member, then you turn off sending them the trial onboarding, the trial sequences, and you'll switch them to onboarding, these kinds of things.
Yeah, okay. and it's powerful, for example, as you said, like here in the forks, here in the forks, for example, you can say if they subscribed to a product, if they did, stop them from the automation trialing, if it is a totally different automation from this one, for example.
Okay, and now let's say that you want to annotate this. Let's do some annotation on this.
Okay, so if we click here, we get in the annotation module, sorry. And with this plus, you can make this automation quite nice and visually powerful, either for your team or where they can also see what's going on, what's happening, or maybe if you want to share it to your colleagues, etc. So if you click here, you have lots of options. So you can draw around, you can write a text, you can drag elements, errors, or specific chat objects.
Cool automation.
So I'm going to just quickly here. So here we can write. As you can see, we can edit the text. you can choose, let's say, cool automation. By clicking, you can make it bold, strike through, etc. And you can also have the edit where you can choose specific different cool fonts. You can choose the color, you can choose the alignment, etc. So that's about, so let's go with, okay, this, and we go with some different color, for example.
Maybe
Automation.
like 40.
And we can make the font size bigger, like this. We can move it here.
And you can angle it on the side as well.
Yeah, we can like this, move it left or right. So let's say like this. Boom.
Have some stickers.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, we have the back button, and now we can add some stickers. So for example, here we can have this start. Here, for example, nice sticker. You can enlarge it, make it like this. Then we can go, I'm not sure, like let's say with the 1 for sending 1 email, or let's start with 0, for example. 1 goes here, 0 is here.
That's number 7.
This one?
Yep.
Yeah, probably. We'll leave it for now here. And yeah, we can add some more stickers. Like let's say this was completed. Yeah, great job. Here there is a delay. Okay, we can add a delay. And you can also have here, for example, specific emojis. So if they didn't open the emails, we're gonna cry a little bit. And also your vault images. So of course, except the system ones, you're able to use your vault images, yeah. And drag here, so we can add our logo, for example.
And so then from here, this is where you would then save it, which we're not going to do because we, even though this is a test account, there's no point in saving this. But what we are going to do is we're going to show you one that we've opened up so that you can see the third mode. Because if you look at the buttons on the top right, you have the edit, you have the annotate, and then you have the view.
The view.
The view stats. So if we click on view stats, it opens up the stats for the different periods. And what Alek is now showing is kind of cool as well, that when you have a very long automation thing like this, you can zoom in and out, and then you can simply just drag around using this. So, and you can minimize and maximize it as well, like to move it in and out of the way, the canvas dragger. So Alek, if you minimize that blue.
Yeah, so you can remove it here or get it back. And it's quite easy to use it. You can either use it here if you want, or you can drag on the screen.
Yeah,
and now with the view stats, we show all the notes that are assigned. And when you click, you can view the emails that are basically used in the automation. And you can see how the stats about the users, the email opens, and all of that.
And if you now select all time for the stats.
Okay.
So then you'd see the stats. You'd be able to see along the top the entered, active, finished, like if you were to click on the top stats, Alek.
Yeah, so here, for example.
Okay, all right, let's close this. But yeah, you can then see income, income per contact, etc., etc.
Yeah, all of them here, like it's quite easy to see where your contacts ended up and how much, for example, here, if you click about this email, for example, it's going to load stats, as you can see, how many was sent, opened, clicked, click-through rate, how many finished on this step, for example. In this case, 5 people finished, so they reached the main condition.
And for example, if you click on the income one, so because this was built before we created this new automation builder, they're showing 0, but if you, on all future ones, it'll have the number there, the actual number, and then it's going to pull out and it's going to show you the different transactions.
The income, yeah. It shows the users, the actual income, what emails specific, as you can see, income per email, for example.
All right, so that's how you use the new automation builder. Is there anything else you want to add to this, Alek?
Well, I would like to mention the sharing option.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
So when you click here, we have the option for sharing. And when you enable, you will be able to get a URL to share the automation or a code to embed the automation. You can also enable a password and add a password if you're sharing with a URL or even embed. You can set the password in order if you want the automation to be private, or if you want publicly, you can just copy the embed code or the URL, depending where you want. Can be done. For example, if you go down, you see this is the automation that's added here. As you can see, when you hover, there is an option click to view. You have the full screen toggle. So when you click, you can just see the full screen. So you see this one has better annotation than the one with it.
Imagine if you're busy explaining to potential clients how you're going to, what automations you can build for them. You could just send them one of these links and they can view this. Or if you're writing a blog post describing how you would do automations, if you're a coach or something like that, then you can just share automations like this for people to come along and see. So it's pretty powerful and pretty cool. And you can choose, as Alex said, whether you have the stats mode on or off, so whether people see the stats or whether they'll just see the automation. And you can also choose the password, so that it gives you really full control over how much security you want on that. So yeah, that's the sharing option, which you can do. The sharing becomes active after you've saved an automation. So when you save the automation, then you can get the sharing code for it.
Yeah. Before that, if you're in a draft or editing mode, you just have the settings without the sharing.
Right. Okay, so that is the automation builder. And as you can hopefully see, it's very powerful. So this should allow you to automate large parts of your back end of your business. Anything else, Alek?
Not from my side. Thanks for watching the video, and I hope that the automation builder will help to build very nice and powerful automations for the business.
Yeah, thanks guys, and enjoy